What's up, guys? This is my first video on the channel, and I decided to do for my first channel a FIFA 13 Ultimate Team Squad Builder. It's around 12 to 15k. So yeah, first player is I think it's Chetty. He's a really good keeper. He's always been reliable for me. He's one of my favourite keepers on the game. You know, he's been really reliable. His stats are quite high, and he's a really good keeper. He goes for, I think it's around 3k he goes for. I've sold him at different prices, but yeah, he's definitely worth the money. Next player, Ogbonna. Now Ogbonna for me has been really good. He's a really good centre back. Most players that I've played against, like Bale, and I've played against Messi, he's done really well for what it says on the card. Yeah, for what it says on the card and his stats and everything, he's really good. He should be higher. He should have higher ratings on the stats because he really just is that good. Well, I think he is. So yeah, next player, Nagatomo. Nagatomo's really, I think he's really fast. You know, he keeps up with most players. I know it's different a bit on the card than what the actual in-game stats are like, but he's really good. So yeah. Next player, Gambarini. Now I used to have Diakite in this team, but someone told me to try Gambarini. Tried him, and he's really good. So yeah, it's definitely good. Conco. I used to have Jonathan instead of Conco, but Conco's really fast. He's good. I've scored quite a few. I've scored like a couple of good free kicks with him, a couple of good long shots. His stats aren't really that high, but I'm quite decent, so yeah, you should get Conco over Jonathan. Next player is Marquisio. All my midfield, not Serino and Montalivo, all work well together. They're good players. The shooting's really good. To say what the pace is on the card, you know, 80 pace. They're quite fast. They do keep up with the majority of players. You know, obviously, if you got, say, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo or someone, then they probably aren't going to keep up with them. But in general, for the majority of players, you know, they stand a good chance against the other players. Next player is Montalivo. Montalivo was just they're all quite equal. They all work well together. The more shots are more good. Passing, the headering, everything's good. It all depends on how you use the players, maybe how good you am on FIFA. All depends on how good the player. Like, it depends how you use the player, depending on how you play and everything. But for me, he's been really good. And not Serino, he's a really good midfielder as well. His shooting's really good. He's been good for me. He's probably done better for me than Montalivo and Marquisio have. But he's the more good midfielders. Next player is Giovinco. He's really fast. He ain't the strongest on the ball because of his height and different things. But if you can just get him on a run with him, there aren't really that many defenders with over 90 pace. So you're probably going to beat the defender most of the time. Obviously there is defenders with higher than 92 pace, but there aren't that many. So if you can just get on a run with him, you're probably going to beat the defender. He's a really good player. His ball control's really good, and his shooting's really good as well. So he's a good overall player. Now Mickley, I've put all attributes on Mickley because I was trying to stay up in the division. I haven't really been playing FIFA too much, so I'm getting quite bad at FIFA. But I've put the stats up on him to try and help me out to stay up. But I think his pace is 85. His shooting's at 86. But all round, he's a really good player. I guess it doesn't really matter like what it says on the card because it's different in game. But Mickey really is good. He's my favourite player on the game. He's always been really well for me. His shooting's just really ridiculous for his age, and his pace is really good for his age as well. I mean, people would say I guess that is a bit overrated for his age and things, but he really just is good. I'll choose him over Di Natale any day. The next player is Palacio. Palacio's just like Giovinco, really. There ain't really much difference. I know it says he's got different pace on the card, and he's a little bit faster, but that's really them both just exactly the same. Them both good players, and Palacio is a good player, and his shooting's good. And like I said, if you can get him on the run, if you can get Palacio on a run, he's probably going to beat the defender, because 88 pace is quite high, and he's really fast. So yeah, so that's been my FIFA 13 Ultimate Team squad builder. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please leave a like, and maybe a comment telling me on what you think. And if you got any ideas or anything you want to know about the squad or anything, please just leave me a message. So yeah, that's been my Ultimate Team squad builder. Thanks for watching.